Burberry, y'all know the name, is one of today's leading global luxury fashion brands, which today sells women's wear, menswear, non-apparel, and also children's wear. It is well known for its iconic trademark Czech design and British heritage. Today, the brand is worth over a whopping $2 billion with 9,373 employees, last updated in 2021. As of today, one stock on the market will cost you $20.18. But how did the brand get to what they are and what they're worth today? Wonder who that is you're looking at right there? Well, that's Thomas Burberry, the founder of the luxury brand we know and drool over today. Burberry was born August 27, 1835 in Brockham, United Kingdom. Thomas Burberry's father was a grocer and a farmer, but Thomas had other aspirations than following in his father's footsteps. After serving his apprenticeship at a local draper shop, Burberry opened his own small clothing outfitters in Basingstoke in 1857 at just a young age of 21 years old. At this time, Basingstoke was a very small town with a population of just 4,500 people. But Burberry really identified with the needs of the locals and farmers, building opportunities for work. By the year 1861, the census revealed that he was employing in his shop 7 men, 3 boys, and 7 females. The future was looking very bright for Thomas Burberry, and he was interested in what was next for him and his shop. So he started to research and experiment with materials to produce fabrics which were weatherproof and very suitable for customers who enjoyed things of fishing, hunting, and things like horseback riding. After some time, research, and then some success, Burberry was starting to make a good amount of money and getting consistent business. The 1871 census describes him as a draper and manufacturer employing 70 hands. He eventually decides to move, as the business is on a steady incline, to a home on 160 acres of land, still in the same town, staffed with a number of servants and governess to look after his 6 children, according to the 1881 census. A very popular product that is still used to this day, which most of you know as khaki, was the fabric gabardine, which Burberry invented in 1879 but was officially patented in 1888. The fabric was absolutely groundbreaking at the time. The material was light and ventilated, but protected the customer from the extremes of the weather. Before gabardine, clothing meant to protect you from rain, harsh weathers, and low temperatures were very heavy and very uncomfortable. Endorsements of the rich and famous for his products were always welcomed by Burberry. 1883, Norwegian polar explorer, zoologist, and recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, Dr. If I can get this right, Fridtjof Nansen, is the first recorded polar explorer to take Burberry gabardine fabric to the poles. And not too long after, Air Commodore Edward Maitland wears Burberry gabardine to travel from Crystal Palace to Russia in a hot air balloon, covering a distance of 1,117 miles in just 31 and a half hours, setting the world's long distance overseas record and the British long distance in-flight record. I'm guessing wearing Burberry and doing some extreme but pretty awesome things was not out of the norm for that time period, because not long after, another explorer by the name of Sir Ernest Shackleton wears Burberry gabardine for 3 expeditions in the early 20th century. Sir Ernest launched one last expedition to the Arctic with veterans he usually sails with on a regular, but they noticed something about Sir Ernest on this expedition specifically. Sir Ernest was weaker and drained of spirit, and on January 5th, 1922, he dies of a heart attack in his bunk. I left some images of his ship, which wreckage is still in the water today if you wanted to take a look. This was all really good for the brand and exposing it to more than just local business. So Thomas Burberry thought it was time for some rebranding. In the year 1901, the brand runs a public competition to design a new logo. The winning entry is inspired by 13th and 14th century armor, which is also on display at the Wallace Collection in London. And then the new logo, the Equestrian Knight, is born. The Wallace Collection hosts a variety of Victorian-style art, 13th and 14th century armor, plus many, many more. You should check it out if you're ever in the London area. As you can see in this photo of the 1901 Burberry logo, Burberry was originally called Burberry's, and before it was the Burberry name we know today, it had another name before that, but that's something for us to get into a little bit later. With the new branding and gaining popularity and respect, Thomas Burberry kept coming up with new ideas for his weatherproof clothing. 1912, the tie locking coat, designed by Thomas Burberry, of course, is patented. Most consider the predecessor of the trench coat. The tie locking clothes with a single strap and buckle fastening and only features a button on the collar. Since having a presence in London, Burberry moves to a larger London premises the following year in 1913. Located in Haymarket, designed by the noted architect Walter Cave. I mean, look at his work, it's amazing. Austria declares war on Serbia for the assassination of Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand, which is the start of World War I. But also the birth of the popular trench coat. The trench coat had many functional designs that included epaulets used to suspend military equipment such as gloves and whistles, D-rings which were used to carry grenades, the gun flap to provide additional protection when in action, and the storm seal to allow water to run off of it smoothly. The brand was very involved in designing clothing for the British soldiers during the World War I. This story is nowhere near over. Let me know in the comments, like and subscribe for a part 2.